the percent equation is part equals whole times the rate. And again, the rate is the percent as a decimal. Now this equation is actually derived from the percent proportion. Remember, percent over 100 equals part over whole. Well, we start by going ahead and dividing the percent by 100, and that turns it into the decimal. Then, in order to get rid of the denominator, we multiply both sides by the denominator. So on the right side, multiplying by the whole cancels the denominator, and what we're left with is the whole times the decimal, which we call the rate, equals the part. And we usually turn it around so part is on the left side and the whole and the rate are on the right side. So I just want you to see how these two are the same. So in these, try to do, for instance, Keifer spent $27.89 of his savings on a birthday present for his mom. He had $140 in savings. What percent of his savings did he spend on the gift? Your homework's going to ask you to do it as a percent proportion and as an equation. They want you to see how they're similar, how they're a little different, and maybe get used to both of them. So we start with, I don't know the percent, so x over 100 equals, the part he spent was $27.89. The total he had in his savings was $140. So now we cross multiply, get 140x equals $27.89, and then divide both sides by 140 to isolate the variable, and x equals 19.92, and if we round to the nearest tenth, 19.9%. Now if we do this as a percent equation, remember part equals whole times rate. I think of it as power. When we use the percent equation, we get to use power. The part again is 27.89. The whole was 140. And the rate we don't know, so we keep it as a variable. So we divide both sides by 140 in order to isolate the variable. That undoes the multiplication. And we get 0.1992, etc. equals the rate. But remember that we have to multiply by 100 in order to turn it into a percent. So again, 19.9 if we round to the nearest tenth percent. More example. Megan spent 30% of her summer's earnings on a new cell phone. If Megan spent $280 on her phone, how much did she earn over the summer? Now we want to be careful here. It's easy to see or not see which one 280 is. It's either the part or the whole. Well, remember her summer earnings is going to be the whole because it says how much did she earn over the summer. So summer earnings is whole, the 280 is the part, and of course 30 is the percent. So immediately we can put 30 over 100 equals the part the whole I don't know. So again we cross multiply 30W 28000, divide both sides by 30 to isolate the variable, and W equals $933.50. and 33 cents. The 3 keeps repeating, but of course we just round to the nearest penny. So now let's see that as a percent equation. So power, part equals whole times rate. Let's go ahead and put in the part, which was the 280, equals the whole, which we don't know. Now usually we go ahead and leave that, we put the variable at the end. So the rate is 30%. Now remember, to turn a percent into a decimal, we do 30 divided by 100 on our calculator, and that gives us 0.3. And if it makes you feel better, you can put the 0 here just to remind you it was 30%. W. And now we divide both sides by the 0.3 or 0.30. And again, we get the $933.33. So either way we do it, we get the summer amount, the amount that she earned over the summer. Let's do one more example. Aaron has decided to spend no more than 40% of the $65 he received for his birthday on a new video game. How much can he spend? Well, it looks like we've got a total or a whole right here and our percent. So again, for our percent proportion, we start with 40 over 100 equals the part I don't know over the whole, which is 65. So now we're going to cross multiply, and that's 2,600 equals 100 times P is 100 P. And then we isolate P by the inverse operation, which is to divide both sides by 100. And $26 is the amount he is limiting himself to. Now if we use the percent equation, the part we don't know. The whole is 65. The rate, again, we do 40 over 100, which means 40 divided by 100, and that will give us 0.4, or if you like, you can put 0.40, and that immediately gives us the $26. And that's percent proportion compared to percent equation.